What if the darkness you fear isn't your enemy, but your greatest teacher? Imagine a force not meant to destroy, but to prepare, to cleanse, to transform. For centuries, humanity has shunned the shadows, misunderstood them, and labeled them as threats. Yet, what if this very darkness is a divine intervention, a necessary pause before the dawn of a new era? We stand on the brink of transformation, facing a pivotal moment where the shadows invite us to reflect and renew. Will you embrace the unknown and allow it to guide you towards something greater? If you're ready to step into your transformation, comment below with "I am ready." And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights to illuminate your journey. Significance of the final days of 2024. As the final days of 2024 approach, we are invited to witness a cosmic symphony unfolding in the heavens, a convergence of energies that carries profound significance for transformation. December 29th through 31st marks a time when the universe seems to hold its breath, aligning forces that are as delicate as the threads of a spider's web and as powerful as the ocean's tide. These days are not merely the closing notes of a calendar year. They are a portal to renewal, amplified by the quiet majesty of a new moon. The new moon, often unseen by the naked eye, symbolizes the unseen potential within us, a whisper from the cosmos that now is the time to sow the seeds of change. Darkness during these days does not signify an absence, but an invitation. It is a space for introspection, a pause in the relentless rhythm of life. Imagine it as the fertile soil that cradles a seed, hidden from view but teeming with life and possibility. In this silence, we find clarity, a chance to look inward and realign with our truest selves. Much like how stars shine their brightest in the stillness of night, our inner light can only emerge when we embrace the quiet. This darkness is not an enemy. It is a cradle of creation, a moment to retreat and prepare for the dawn of a new beginning. Consider the metaphor of a seed buried deep in the earth. In its dormancy, it does not struggle or resist the darkness. Instead, it uses this time to gather strength, to transform, and to prepare for the moment it will burst forth into the light. Similarly, these final days of 2024 ask us to embrace stillness, to trust that the invisible work taking place within us will bear fruit in time. It is in this quiet phase that growth happens, even if it is imperceptible at first. The alignment of universal energies during this period is like the tuning of an orchestra before a grand performance. Every element, cosmic and earthly, prepares for a harmonious crescendo. The new moon, a celestial conductor, reminds us of the power of beginnings and the potential that lies in the unseen. This alignment is not accidental. It is a sacred design, urging humanity to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. As we stand at the threshold of a new year, these days are an opportunity to let go of what no longer serves us, to shed old fears and doubts, and to step into a version of ourselves that aligns with our highest purpose. Like the stars that guide travelers through the night, the darkness of these days offers direction and clarity. By embracing this time with open hearts and quiet minds, we align ourselves with the flow of the universe and prepare to rise anew, ready to step into the light of 2025. The role of the 3 days of darkness. The 3 days of darkness, often misunderstood and feared, are less about the absence of light and more about the presence of a sacred pause. Picture these days as the turning of a page in a book, a moment when the old story must end so a new chapter can begin. This period invites us to confront what we have tucked away in the corners of our hearts. Unresolved fears, lingering regrets, and unspoken emotions. It is not a punishment or a loss, but a cleansing, much like a forest shedding its leaves in autumn to prepare for spring's renewal. These days ask us to look inward, to face the shadows of our own making, and to finally let go of what no longer serves us. This time is akin to the stillness of a cocoon before a butterfly emerges. Just as the caterpillar must dissolve into something unrecognizable to become its true self, we too must surrender to the unknown. The darkness is not a void, but a womb, holding us gently as we prepare for rebirth. It whispers to us that release is not the end, it is the beginning of freedom. In the quiet of these days, there is space to breathe, to reflect, and to imagine a new way of being. It is a cosmic gift, offering us the opportunity to shed the weight of the past and step into the future, lighter, clearer, and stronger. The new moon on December 30th acts as a portal, a celestial door that opens for release and transformation. This moon, unseen but deeply felt, serves as a guide, much like the faint glow of a lighthouse in the night. Its energy mirrors the new moon of December, first, completing a cycle that began with quiet intention and ends with profound closure. Think of this as the final note in a symphony, where every melody that came before finds its resolution. This alignment is no coincidence. It is a deliberate orchestration of the universe, a divine rhythm designed to help us release what we've been holding on to and step into alignment with our truest selves. During these days, the cosmos seems to stand still, offering us a chance to synchronize with its flow. It is as if the universe is holding its breath, waiting for us to exhale the burdens we no longer need. The darkness, far from being something to fear, is a gentle companion, much like the calm of twilight before dawn. It gives us the courage to dive deep within, where we can finally uncover and release the things that have been holding us back. The 3 days of darkness are a sacred pause, a time to honor both endings and beginnings. They are a reminder that even in the absence of light, there is hope, transformation, and the promise of something new. By embracing this moment, we align ourselves with the grand cosmic cycle, ready to rise into the next phase of our journey with clarity and purpose. Challenges during the darkness. The challenges of the 3 days of darkness are less about the external world and more about the inner storms that can arise. Picture this time as a mirror held up to your soul, reflecting emotions and fears that have long been hidden in the shadows. Like a pot of water brought to a boil, the turbulence of these days causes doubts, anxieties, and unresolved emotions to bubble to the surface. This process can feel overwhelming, like standing in the middle of a tempest with no place to hide. However, this storm isn't here to harm you. It's here to cleanse you, to help you confront the things you've avoided for far too long. The temptation to resist or suppress these feelings is strong. It's like trying to hold back a tidal wave with your bare hands, futile and exhausting. Resistance only amplifies the intensity, like a child fighting against a gentle hand, guiding them away from harm. Avoidance, too, is a common trap. Many people seek distractions, overthink endlessly, or numb themselves with external comforts. These acts of avoidance are like closing the curtains to block out the night sky, unaware that the stars shining outside hold the guidance you've been searching for. Overthinking can become a trapdoor during this time, leading you in circles rather than forward. It's easy to get caught up in the why of your emotions or to try to rationalize your pain But this only keeps you stuck. Think of your mind as a hamster on a wheel, running faster and faster, but going nowhere. Similarly, numbing yourself, whether through distractions, escapism, or even denial, is like putting a lid on a boiling pot. The pressure only builds, and the eventual release can be far more intense than if you'd simply faced it head-on. The real challenge and the real opportunity lies in surrender. To surrender is not to give up, but to let go, much like leaves releasing from a tree in the fall. It's an act of trust, believing that the process, however uncomfortable, is leading you to growth. Surrender is about leaning into the discomfort, allowing the emotions to flow through you, like a river carving its path through stone. It's about sitting with your fears as if they were old friends, listening to what they have to teach you without judgment or resistance. These days of darkness are a test of your courage, your willingness to face the parts of yourself you'd rather not see. They are a sacred pause, urging you to stop fighting and start feeling. When you surrender to this process, you allow the storm to pass naturally, leaving behind a clearer sky and a stronger you. It's not easy. It's like walking through a dense forest without a map, trusting that the light will find you. But as you navigate these inner confrontations, you'll discover that the darkness was never your enemy. It was your guide, leading you toward the freedom and clarity you've been seeking all along. The role of guardians. In the profound stillness of the 3 days of darkness, the presence of the guardians becomes a lifeline, a steady flame amidst the storm. But who are these guardians? They are not superheroes or otherworldly beings. They are individuals like you and me, called to serve a unique purpose. Their role is to hold space, maintain balance, and provide stability when the collective energy feels like it might unravel. Much like ancient lighthouses standing resolute against crashing waves, guardians serve as beacons of calm, guiding others safely through the shadows. What sets guardians apart is not perfection, but resilience. Their strength has been forged in the fires of their own struggles. They are the ones who have walked through their own darkness and emerged not unscathed, but transformed. Imagine a blacksmith hammering raw metal into a blade. Each strike, each trial shapes and strengthens them. Guardians carry scars, not as marks of defeat, but as symbols of their journey, reminders of the battles they've faced and the wisdom they've gained. The purpose of a guardian is twofold. First, they anchor collective energy. Picture them as great trees with roots running deep into the earth. When the winds of chaos blow, they remain steady, grounding those around them. In a time when fear, confusion, and doubt rise like waves, guardians act as the anchor, ensuring the ship doesn't drift into the abyss. Their presence alone can stabilize a space, offering calm and reassurance, even without words. Second, guardians serve as beacons of light in the darkest hour. Imagine a serene lantern in a pitch-black forest, its glow small yet unwavering, casting enough light to guide weary travelers. Guardians embody this light, radiating calmness and strength that others can lean on. They don't demand attention or recognition. Their work is quiet yet impactful, like the unseen roots of a tree that nourish the entire forest. Their energy helps others find courage within themselves, reminding them that even in the darkest moments, hope is never truly lost. The role of a guardian is not easy, for it requires a heart willing to carry the weight of others without losing its own balance. It is a role that demands self-awareness, patience, and an open spirit. Guardians understand that their purpose is not to fix or save others, but to create a space where transformation can occur naturally. They trust the process, holding faith in the resilience of those they guide. Guardians are living reminders that no one walks through the darkness alone. Their strength, born from their own healing, becomes a gift to the world, a steady presence in the chaos, a calm in the storm. In serving others, they also serve the collective, helping humanity navigate its way through the shadows and into the light of a new dawn. The Pleiadians' message. The Pleiadians, often described as advanced spiritual beings from the stars, bring a message of hope and guidance for this transformative moment in humanity's journey. They are not distant observers, but compassionate allies, working intricately behind the scenes, like masterful weavers crafting a beautiful tapestry. Their role in orchestrating this period of darkness is akin to that of a conductor guiding an orchestra, ensuring every note, every pause aligns perfectly in harmony. Their message is simple yet profound. Embrace the darkness, not as an end, but as a cocoon, a sacred space where the old dissolves and the new is born. Darkness, they remind us, is not something to fear, but to revere. It is the womb of transformation, a quiet sanctuary where growth occurs unseen. Imagine a seed buried in the earth, surrounded by shadow, yet brimming with potential. The seed does not question the darkness, but trusts it, knowing it must exist in this space before it can sprout into the light. The Pleiadians encourage us to adopt the same faith, viewing this period not as a void, but as a necessary stage in the cycle of renewal. They urge us to see the darkness as a wise teacher, guiding us to shed what no longer serves and make space for what is to come. The timing of this transformative moment, marked by December's new moons, is no coincidence. The Pleiadians emphasize the precision of cosmic cycles, likening them to the turning of a great celestial clock. The new moon of December first opened the door to introspection, planting the seeds of intention, while the new moon of December 30th serves as a portal of release, closing the loop with perfect symmetry. This alignment, they say, is part of a grand design, a divine choreography meant to help humanity move forward. It is as if the universe itself is whispering, "Trust the process," reminding us that everything unfolds at the right time. To trust this divine timing, the Pleiadians encourage us to surrender our doubts and fears. Much like a river flowing effortlessly toward the sea, we are called to release resistance and let the current carry us. They remind us that even when the path seems unclear, there is a higher intelligence at work, guiding us toward growth and awakening. The process may feel uncomfortable, like walking through a dense fog, but it is in this uncertainty that transformation takes root. The Pleiadians' message is one of reassurance and empowerment. They want us to know we are not alone in this journey. Just as stars remain constant even when hidden by clouds, their guidance and support are always present, even if unseen. They invite us to step into this moment with courage and faith, knowing that the darkness is not the end, but the beginning of a brighter chapter. Through their words, we are reminded that we are part of a much larger cosmic story, unfolding with precision, beauty, and purpose. The dawn of a new era. The dawn of a new era is upon us, a moment as transformative as the first rays of sunlight after a long, cold night. It is a time when ancient cycles are closing, much like the final chapter of a well-worn book, signaling the end of patterns that have held humanity in fear, division, and limitation. For centuries, we have been caught in these cycles, replaying the same stories of separation and scarcity. But now, as the old ways begin to crumble, like the walls of a once imposing fortress, we are given the chance to step into a new chapter, one that promises unity, growth, and abundance. Breaking free from these cycles requires courage and self-awareness. It's like shedding an old, heavy coat that no longer fits, even though it has kept you warm for so long. These patterns of fear and division may feel familiar, even comforting in their predictability, but they have also confined us, much like a bird trapped in a cage. Now the door to that cage is open, and the invitation is clear: to spread our wings and soar into the vast, limitless sky of possibility. This moment is rich with opportunities for transformation, both individually and collectively. It is a time to reflect on the energies we have carried, those thoughts, habits, and beliefs that no longer serve us. Imagine these old energies as a cluttered attic filled with forgotten items, each one holding memories, but also taking up space. The darkness invites us to sort through this clutter, to release what weighs us down and make room for something new. This release is not about loss, but about freedom, creating space for the intentions we wish to set for the future. As the new era dawns, we are called to set these intentions with clarity and hope. It is like planting seeds in fertile soil, knowing that what we sow now will shape the landscape of tomorrow. These seeds are our visions, our dreams, and our collective aspirations for a brighter future, one rooted in connection, compassion, and shared purpose. Each intention we set becomes a building block for a new world, much like the first bricks laid for a grand cathedral. For Earth, this moment is not just a shift, it is a rebirth. The planet, too, is shedding old layers, aligning with the higher frequencies of this new era. Humanity is part of this transformation, deeply intertwined with the rhythms of the Earth. Just as winter gives way to spring, the darkness of these final days is a prelude to renewal, a cleansing that prepares us for the light of a new beginning. The dawn of a new era is a call to action, a reminder that we are co-creators of our reality. It is a chance to leave behind the shadows of the past and walk boldly into the light, not just as individuals, but as a unified humanity. Together, we can shape a future that reflects the very best of who we are and who we are destined to become. As we stand on the threshold of profound transformation, the call to action is clear. Embrace this process with open hearts and willing spirits. These are not ordinary times, but extraordinary moments that invite us to pause, reflect, and take conscious steps toward growth. Think of it as a river carving its path through stone, not through resistance, but through patience and flow. This is your chance to step into the current of change, to let go of the weight of old stories, and to allow yourself to be carried toward renewal. Use this sacred time to turn inward, like a traveler sitting by a quiet fire, exploring the depths of your soul. What emotions linger there? What habits or beliefs no longer serve you? Release them, like ashes scattered to the wind, and make space for something new to take root. This is not a passive process. It is an invitation to actively participate in the creation of a new reality. Imagine you are an artist standing before a blank canvas, brush in hand. What colors will you choose? What shapes will you create? Each thought, action, and intention you hold during this time is a stroke on the canvas of your life. Together, humanity is painting a collective masterpiece, a shared vision of the world we wish to live in. To shape this reality, we must align our actions with our highest values: kindness, compassion, and unity. Every small step matters, much like a single drop of rain that, when joined with others, becomes a life-giving river. As we reflect on this pivotal moment, we are left with a question that will echo through time. What story will humanity write next? Will it be one of courage, growth, and connection, or will we cling to fear and resistance? Choosing transformation over resistance is not always easy. It is like climbing a steep mountain path. The journey demands effort, and the terrain may seem daunting, but the view from the summit, the promise of a new perspective, is worth every step. Resistance, on the other hand, is like standing at the base of that mountain, paralyzed by fear, unable to move forward. The choice is ours, both as individuals and as a collective. In this final note, let gratitude be the thread that weaves us together. Gratitude for the opportunity to grow, for the wisdom gained through challenges, and for the community that supports us along the way. Share your experiences, your insights, and your hopes with others. Like stars scattered across the night sky, our connections form constellations of light, guiding us through the darkness and toward the dawn. This is your moment to rise, to transform, and to help co-create a brighter future. Embrace it fully, for within you lies the power to shape not only your own story, but the story of humanity itself. Let's walk this path together, hand in hand, with courage, love, and an unwavering belief in the beauty of what lies ahead.